Come back to my bed. Smell like sex and cigarettes. Yes. Toni Braxton has released a banger, y'all. The whole Sex and Cigarettes album, I listened to it at work on YouTube. I did. And I was getting my work done, though. But, my God. The Sex and Cigarettes album, life. Toni did that. She did. I have to, dust my hair off for that one. She really did do that. Okay, so Braxton Family Values. I'm going to be reviewing it. I've reviewed Braxton Family Values in the past, but I remember telling y'all in the past as well how my schedule is really crazy. And so when it comes on Thursdays, I can never catch it right then because I'm at work. I work third shift, night shift, 6 p.m. to 4:30 in the morning. So I have to catch it when I get off, like on demand, or I have to catch it whenever I can. So sometimes the Braxton Family Values videos might be a little late, but I'm still doing it, and I'm still here, and yeah. So we still gonna do them things. So yes. Where do I want to start though? Okay. So I'm going to do the reviews of episode 1 and 2. I watched both of them. I just got finished watching both of them. And I'm just going to, go off of whatever pops in my mind is how I'm going to go with this whole thing. Sex and Cigarettes. And the song with Toni and Kobe Calais. Everything. I'm so glad that Toni did not go the whole route. Since she's with Baby now, I'm so glad she didn't go the whole route of having this just a full Baby album, because that would be nauseating, darling. I think he's very talented, but don't nobody want to hear no Toni Braxton album with featuring Baby every single song. That's not. It's not something that we're into. At least I'm not. Y'all might be different, but for me, I'm just like, no, that's not classic Toni. This album gave me, long as I live, I can live. Y'all saw Tamar and Tawanda two-stepping in the back. I was like, hey, get it. So I guess Trina and Tracy was booked. That's just like, guys, I'm talking about Trina and Tracy a little bit later in the episode, in my review. Okay, so episode 1, this whole thing, the girls are getting back. Toni's in the studio. Shouts out to Tawanda. She is on a stage play, I believe. Two Can Play That Game. Y'all remember the legendary movie Two Can Play That Game with Vivica A. and Monique and Tamila, I believe it's her name, Tamila. And yeah, classic movie. Morris Chestnut, Gabrielle Union, the whole geek. But anyway, it's a play. Also, they have Set It Off the play. Now, I didn't know they had Set It Off the play with the Brat and Kyla Pratt, Demetria McKinney, and who else? The Brat, Kyla Pratt, Demetria McKinney, and oh Lord, LaToya Luckett. So it's just I thought that was a little. I don't really know how to feel about that. I thought it was a little interesting. I was just like, I feel like some things should just be left alone. But with that said, I haven't seen the play yet, so maybe I'm just prejudging the whole situation. But yeah, I was just like, I don't really know. Okay, but the Two Can Play the Game. That I can actually see that. That's not too far fetched for me. Okay, so what else? So yeah, Tawanda's doing that. Her time is being occupied. Now this whole time, throughout both of these episodes, it seems that the sisters is finding information about Tamar and about the mama online. Everything online. They finding out everything online. They said they've been trying to reach out to Tamar. Tamar don't want to talk about it. So, the sisters had a meeting. All the sisters except for Tawanda, because she's booked right now. First time in her life she's booked. So shouts out to Tawanda, child. Yes. All the sisters meet up without Mama, I think, and they're sitting around and talking and having a conversation. And they all, talking to each other. It all going good until Tracy brings up. She was just like, so how does it feel, sis? How does it feel you now being in the situation that we were in? You sat around the room, criticized all of us and all of our husbands and our choices, but now you in that same situation. Tamar was left with her mouth hanging open, which is true tea. They showed a cut back to season 1, where Tamar, she went around the room. You got a cheater. You got a computer whiz. You got a man who cheat on the internet. You got a man who can't keep no job. I'm just telling y'all, this man right here is totally different. Y'all remember that classic scene? And so what was funny about that whole thing was Tamar tried to flip it. First of all, she tried to act like she didn't know what the hell was going on. But then second of all, she tried to say, oh, when I said that this man right here is totally different, me talking about my husband, what I was saying was that he's totally different. Like, y'all don't even know what's going on with him. Like, y'all don't even know. Like, if I really gave it to y'all the true tea of what's going on with him, y'all would be like, oh my gosh, and whoop to whoop. And I'm just like, Tim, that's not what you meant. Shut up. But okay. So they get into it. Trina agrees with Tracy. Child, we all know Trina's relationship tease all over the world, all over the internet. And so they're talking about, they get into an argument, and of course, classic, Tamar gets up and leaves. And so they all sat around, and they was just like, you know what, it's just about timing. Tony, she was just like, it's about timing. And that was not the right time to bring up that whole situation, seeing as how she's hurting right now. You should have, but they didn't care. I'm loving this whole Tracy and Trina duo team. We never really saw, well, they should have had a few clips, but we never really saw Tracy with Trina. We always saw Trina with Tawanda or something. So I like seeing Trina and Tracy together. They're really, really, really funny. Just carefree and wild and a little ditzy and just living life and fun, just laughs and jokes. I love it. Tawanda and Tracy, Tawanda and Tony, they're more so, they can be fun too. They're a little bit more serious at times. And then we all know what Tamar gives. So it's just like, yeah, it was funny. Let's see. Tony Braxton, she had what was she at? She was in the studio. And she met up, and Baby came to surprise her. There's a song on the album with Baby, I believe. I forgot the name of it. And she just wanted to see all the words that he was saying in there, and how many cuss words, and how many niggas he said, and whoop to whoop, yada yada. So I was just like, okay. So he came by the studio, slapped on the butt, and left out, pretty much. Now, during this whole midst of everything, Tony Braxton is being honored at the Soul Train Awards. And, I was wondering when I was watching Soul Train Awards, I was just like, I wonder if Tony I wonder if the cameras are rolling for Braxton Family Values for the Soul Train Awards. And it actually was. So I was just like, yeah, that's kind of cool, just me sitting back watching it. I was just thinking at the time, but this actually was a thing. So I was just like, yeah, that's right, boobs. Come on now. So, and also Tamar was performing this Soul Train Award. She performed Blind off her album Bluebird Happiness. Okay, so what else is going on? Mama Braxton, she's going around, she's speaking to she was at this cancer event, and she was speaking to women, but she also said that she also made it a domestic violence situation and their attorney in the car. He took Mama Braxton to the event, to the function, and she was just talking in riddles, but not really saying what she's trying to say. But she didn't really say it at the time. So she was just like, it's a shame, so many women go through domestic violence, and it's sad when you can help so many other women, but you can't even help your own. And of course, we as the viewers, we already knew what she was referring to. The whole situation with Tamar and Vince. We've seen all the videos. The sister talked to TMZ. The mama talked to TMZ. The mama went on Sister Circle with Miss Quad and Selena Johnson. It's just been a lot of talk. Tamar filed for divorce and the whole thing online, and Tamar has a baby out there, or he's cheating on me with this woman, and whoop to whoop, yacht to yacht, But to this day, they're still not divorced, I don't think, Tamar and Vince. So was it all put for publicity? Who knows? I mean, this is the world we living in, child, when it comes to reality TV. So I don't really I try not to get my feelings. I try not to get in my feelings too much about certain stuff on reality TV, because I genuinely don't know. And just like none of us genuinely know if this shit is real or just for likes and clicks and views. We don't know. That's the whole thing about it. So I don't know. But they're still together. They co-parents and trying to work it out. Whoop to whoop, yada city yada. Okay. Is this computer for the die? Okay. How many minutes remaining, child? 7 minutes. Okay. So, it's just been a mess with that whole thing. Y'all tell me in the comments what y'all think about that, about Tamar and Vince divorcing and all that. Do y'all think it's a thing? Y'all think it's a real life thing or a TV thing? Let's chat. Okay, so what else is going on, child? What do y'all feel about, a lot of people feel like Tawanda is jealous of Tamar. What y'all think about that? About Tawanda being jealous of Tamar and Tawanda, enjoying Tamar's downfall more so than the other sisters. Y'all think that's true? I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. Who knows? Okay, so what else is going on? Oh, they had a scene. Tracy and Tracy's son is getting ready to have a baby. She was just like, she wanted her son to be more established before he decided to have kids. Have a career and a good job and stuff. But she's going to be a duchess, which is what they call a grandmother. I understand what she's saying, which I agree. But what are you going to do? The baby's getting ready to come now, and at least he's grown. At least he's 21. As Lord knows, these days, these kids have kids while they're kids, like legit children. And so, at least he's 21, and hey, she's the first Braxton sister to have to be a grandmother. So, congrats to Tracy. Tracy and Trina had a scene. Trina had got a party bus together because they're all going up to Vegas for the Soul Train Awards, and Trina had a stripper on the party bus, and it was hilarious. Tracy and Trina, he was flipping them up and down, and Trina was Trina like Hispanic man anyway. He was Hispanic. His name was Mr. Chavez, Officer Chavez or some child. But Tamar ended up breaking up that party because when they got to Tamar's house, she ended up saying, "Yeah, Logan coming on the trip too, child." And so, they had to get rid of the stripper, and, it had a pole on there, and it just ruined their whole plans with little Logan joining the bus ride, but, it's fine. So cute. Was that pretty much it? Oh, the brother, Michael, and the daddy, they came to support, the girls in Vegas, Tony and Tamar. And, they had a conversation. Michael Jr., Michael Sr. had a conversation with Tracy and Trina, and they was talking about the whole Tamar and Vince domestic violence situation. And the daddy said, "Look," he was just like, "Look, I asked both of them about it. I talked to both of them about it. Neither one of them admitted to anything, so I'm just taking their word for it." And the sister was just like, Trina was just like, Daddy, don't be stupid. Like, this is your daughter. You need to protect her. You need to dig more deep into it. Everybody's just like leaving it alone. I guess because they know Tamar, and they know that she is not going to leave Vince until she get ready. Motherfucking coin. So they're just kind of like letting the whole situation go. But Trina, she's upset. She was just like, you know what, y'all? I am not going to continue to put myself into this situation. If she really wants to change and get out of this whole thing, then I'll be here to support her. But until then, I'm just going to leave it alone. You know, Tamar's very hush-hush about her own stuff, but she's very willing to spread the tea about other people. You know, that's how most people are in general. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You know, I can tell this is not going to be the best season for Tamar, unfortunately. But I love all the Braxtons. You know, they'll work it out eventually. Yeah, and this computer about to die, child. So let me get the hell on up. I'm Mr. Chilaki. Mr. Chilako, Google Plus. Follow me at ItsKingsWorld, Instagram and Twitter, at ItsKingsWorld89 on Snapchat, Chase King on Facebook, all that good stuff. All my social media moments will be in the bottom bar below. And I'll see you guys later. Stay tuned for more Braxton reviews. Bye.